Currently, Blackpink is one of the most popular girl groups on the international scale, thanks to not only their high-quality music, but also their unique characteristics. So, do you ever wonder, if Blackpink members were in the Harry Potter universe, which houses would they be in? To know about the answer, let's get into this video real quick. Jisoo. Since the oldest sister of Blackpink is always the person with a handful of profound thoughts, she seems to fit the most in Ravenclaw, the house full of people with intelligence, individuality, and acceptance. The first reason comes down to many of her brief yet thoughtful sayings. You cannot disobey the truth of life, or life is all about timing. It could easily be seen that though Jisoo is often smiley and funny, her true self and inner thoughts are quite mature. Besides, since she can always hold back her tears even when the other three members have already cried their hearts out, the feature of individuality can be seen clearly in Jisoo. Secondly, speaking of her blood status and family in the Harry Potter universe, the high chances are that she would be a pure-blood witch. Yet, she was born into a family where the type of blood has never been a concern. Jisoo has always been taught by her parents, especially her mother, that all people are equal and valuable. Moreover, in Hogwarts, her family members are all great, famous, and respected wizards. They have always maintained a good reputation and a clean history. Considering Jisoo's personality, the subject that she excels at may be charms, and maybe struggles most with potions. Besides, she also has quite a flying reputation at school. Since we all have known that most people look up to her family in the Harry Potter universe, such popularity also comes along with her at school. Though she is quite famous thanks to her beauty, she never uses that as a power to abuse others. At Hogwarts, Jisoo seems to have a gentle day, with most of her time spent reading books and studying. Jenny. As Jenny has always been famous for her fierce and intimidating image, she seems to fit most in the Slytherin house. There are certain symbolic traits of this house: ambitious, lineage, leadership, and cunning. And Jenny obviously has all of them. Being in the Slytherin house, Jenny's blood status is, for sure, the pure one. Yet, unlike Jisoo's parents, Jenny's family is quite intolerant of half-bloods and muggleborns. From their perspective, only wizards are allowed to marry wizards, and thus, they tried to bring Jenny up with the same mindset. Though Jenny behaves exactly like her parents will on the surface, with wildness in her blood, she actually doesn't care much about blood status, and makes a lot of friends with half-bloods and muggleborns. As Jenny seems to be quite a left-brained person, her favorite and also her most capable subject at school is potions. For that, she is the one who helps Jisoo and Rosé the most in this subject. Though the weakest subject of Jenny is Muggle studies, her score is still above average thanks to the help of Rosé, the girl who comes from a Muggle family. She also participates on the Quidditch team of Slytherin, where she is the captain and the chaser. Since she seems to prefer a low-key lifestyle, people that don't know her well are usually attracted by her cold and mysterious look. Yet with those who are quite aware of Jenny, she is one of the most warm-hearted and sweetest people in the Slytherin house. To relax, Jenny is very likely to spend most of her time talking with her friends or training at Quidditch to complete her capabilities. Though Jenny seems to get on well with lots of non-pureblood friends, she still often hangs out with Slytherins to comfort her parents. Rosé. As Rosé usually admits the elegant and saintly vibe, she seems to fit best with Hufflepuff, the house full of friendly, creative, and bright personalities. Since Rosé was born into a Muggle-born family, it's quite surprising to see Hogwarts send her an invitation to study at this school. Though her parents weren't raised in the idea, they still let Rosé go for her eagerness and excitement. Being raised with an open mindset, she always maintains an accepting attitude towards people. Similar to Jisoo's family, Rosé's parents have raised her to consider everyone equal and valuable. As most Blinks have known, Rosé is an animal person. For this reason, her favorite and her most capable subjects at the School of Magic are the care of magical creatures and biology. Her least favorite subjects would probably be potions and defense against the dark arts. Though she doesn't play for the Quidditch team of Hufflepuff, she is always there in the stands to cheer for her mates. At school, she is famous for being the sweetest, warmest, and hardest working person. For that reason, she is favored by not only her friends, but also her teachers. Being a nature person, Rosé often spends her time taking care of magic trees and creatures in the greenhouse. Besides, she would also spend time with her friends discussing famous creatures in the world of magic, helping Jenny with Muggle studies, and enjoying good food in the Great Hall. Lisa. Considering Lisa's braveness and determination when coming to Korea at the age of 14, she seems to fit best with Gryffindor's house. In 2011, Lisa came to Korea without knowing anything about this country. Because of that, the language barrier became a huge obstacle, forcing her to take Korean classes every day. Since Lisa was still a little girl living away from family and the inability to communicate with others, she must have been super lonely back then. Moreover, the fact that most trainees returned to their family on holidays, but Lisa could only stay in Korea due to her far faraway home really showed how brave and determined she was. Lisa also seems to be born into a half-blood family. Her mother is a witch and her father is an ordinary person. Also, for that, she has always had two points of view about the way life works. Though Lisa loves learning all the things taught at Hogwarts, her two favorite subjects are the history of magic and transfiguration. Besides, she's also quite famous at school for being the captain and chaser of Gryffindor's Quidditch team. Her social circle is also quite large, thanks to her bright and approachable personality. To relax, Lisa would probably spend most of her time shopping, chatting with friends, and training her skills for Quidditch matches. Do you think each member really matches the house they're assigned? Comment below to share your thoughts with us.